Guys, it's Miss Allison. We're back with our second painting for this month. All right, what we're going to do today is we are going to draw a cupcake. All right, so let's get started. First thing we need to do is we want to draw the base of our cupcake, and I have my paper landscape again. You can turn it portrait. You can turn it portrait if you want to, which would be this way, or you can leave it landscape like mine. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to draw a curved line. I want to come up just a little bit from the bottom, and I'm going to draw a curved line kind of in the middle of my paper, and then I want to come up and out. So a little bit of a diagonal line. These don't have to match up exactly, but it's okay if you want them to be somewhat the same, but not exactly, okay? They don't have to be perfectly at the same angle. So what I want to do now is I'm going to start working on the icing. But first I've got to draw in just that little bit of the cupcake. We want that little bit of the edge right there to come out, and then we can add the icing on top. So what I'm going to do for the icing is just a series of like curved lines that are going to go in and out, and it's going to create the swirl of the icing. All right, so I'm going to start down here, and we're going to kind of mimic that line that we just did there, okay? But if you'll notice, I went a little bit lower on this side than I did when I finished up that line, and the reason for that is because I want to create those swirls, okay? So I'm going in a little bit lower, and if you'll notice, I'm getting a little bit smaller with my lines each and every time I do this. All right, so we're kind of at where the top of this cupcake would be. And so what I want to do is I want to come in, well, that's a little too far. Let me erase that. Okay. What I want to do now is I'm going to come back in and kind of swirl this one around there. Okay. We're going to fill in that line right there because this is where the top of the, like when you finish up with the icing bag, this is where that would go. All right, so it's going to kind of go around there. We're going to swirl this in, and as we paint, we can kind of fill in any areas that we need to as well, okay? So here is our cupcake, like the paper or the silicone piece that you bake it in. What I want to do is I'm wanting to create the look that it has those indentions in it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just doing some arches on that area, all pretty much the same size. But if you'll notice, when I go out towards that diagonal line, I make sure that my lines are kind of parallel to that, and that way it creates that look of it being rounded, okay? So to make our brain think that this is a cupcake sitting on something, we have to draw the something for it to sit on. So I'm going to come up almost to the top of my cupcake paper, and I'm going to draw a horizontal line that goes behind my cupcake and comes out on the other side. All right, so when we get ready to start painting in our next lesson, you're going to be able to choose what colors you want to use where. So I want you to start thinking about what is your background going to look like, and what kind of icing do you want your cupcake to have, and then also what flavor cupcake are you going to be painting. So think about those things, and I will see you in our next lesson.